2026 is the year of the Chitty, so you're coming along to a gym session with me. So I'm actually making a really big change to my training structure this year. I used to kind of do things a little bit more like chest day, arm day, back day, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm doing to be a little bit more time efficient is I'm moving to a 3-day full body split. Basically what that means is that the 3 days I'm going to be in the gym, I'm going to be hitting all parts of my body, or at least prioritizing parts so that equal amounts of volume goes through body parts across the week. So instead of doing maybe 25 to 30 sets of chest in day one on a Monday, I will split those 25 to 30 across the 3 days. You'll see in like today's split, which I'll put up on the screen in a second, I'm going to be doing push, pull and a little bit of legs as well, and that's the general structure that it's going to be across my 3 days basically. One of the big reasons that I'm switching this is time efficiency, really. Thankfully, touch wood, Revive is getting really busy with the coaching side of things. Obviously January is usually a good bit busier for most coaches, but I'm very fortunate in that one of the strong parts of my coaching is retention. So when people work with me, they see a lot of value in it, and they tend to stay with Revive for a decent amount of time. So it's very much a case that the new people that have joined me in January are adding to quite an extensive list of people that are already working with me, and because of that I'm needing to make sure that my weekly training is structured well. I have my own football training on a Tuesday, I have a match on a Saturday, I coach under 18s football on a Thursday, then we always have an under 18s football game on a Friday night. That on top of my own training and the bits that I do in primary schools with children's mental health as well. It means I am extremely busy, and one thing that I found probably in the tail end of last year before I took a break in December was that my own gym training and resistance training was probably falling to the wayside a wee bit, and I just needed to address that. So that's why I've decided to move to like a 3-day split that covers full body. That way I know that if I get into those 3 days, it'll probably take me 45 minutes to 60 minutes in the gym each session, but it means that I am hitting absolutely every single muscle part that I need to across the week. That way I can maintain my strength, I can build a little bit of muscle with consistency and good supplementation, and it just makes sure that I know in my head that I'm hitting everything that I need to hit. What I normally do is I'll do a warm-up set, which is usually around 2 reps above what my working set is supposed to be, and then that way I can kind of gauge the weight that I need to be using in my working set. Something else that I do as well that helps keep me accountable is I use my own training app. So it's the same app that I would use for all of my Revive members as well, and basically what it allows me to do is track all the weights and the reps that I do, so that each week I am progressing a wee bit on. So like for example, at the minute I have 3 sets of 12 to 20 on my bench press. What I'm going to be able to do is A, note the weight that I am putting on the bar, but B, take a wee quick note of the reps. So say for example, I get 3 sets of 15 this week. Next week, I don't necessarily need to add more weight on the bar. I can just aim for maybe 3 sets of 17 or 3 sets of 18. That way I'm increasing my volume, which is leading to progress, which is leading to hypertrophy, muscle gain, strength gain, all that good stuff. And that was 19 reps. I'm finding it hard to even focus on this session, so I just got a notification on my phone saying that Ruben Amorim has been sacked by United, which is absolutely fucking bullshit. But at least I can say that I went to his last home game, even though it was probably one of the most fucking boring games of footballs that I've ever seen in my life. Right, back to the point to finish things off. So what I've ended up with is 2 push movements, which was my incline dumbbell, my flat bench. I had 2 pull movements, which was my cable lat pull down, and my horizontal pull, which was the barbell row. And then we finish off with 2 sets of legs, which are both posterior focused as well. So yes, hopefully you have enjoyed my little ramble, my little kind of walk through the training. As I said, I'm going to try to do a bit more like this, a bit more kind of just off the cuff, not planned, not kind of polished and things like that, because this is what real kind of, I'm going to say health and fitness looks like. It's not these like train insane fucking mad workouts. It's just simple, repeatable shit, boring shit. And I want to make sure that you are de-influenced, because everyone sees these polished like high rocks reels and perfect acai bowls and things like that. Fat loss isn't like that. Fat loss is boring. Fat loss is not sexy. This is fat loss. This is healthy, sustainable, repeatable shit.